Guys, and welcome back. So in this video we are going to set up a working environment using Node.js and Visual Studio Code. So let's begin by downloading Node.js. We'll click on this download link and we'll go to the latest stable version tab, and here we'll select the Windows installer for 64-bit. And you can select the based upon your Windows type, 32 bits or 64 bits. If it's a Mac OS, select the appropriate uh, download option and download it from there. So now we have downloaded Node.js. Now let's go to the folder and install it. We're just double clicking on it. We'll click next. I accept terms. Next. Here you can decide where you want to install it. I'll be installing it in C program file Node.js. I'll do next. Next. And install. I do start installing my Node.js. So once we complete installation, we'll click the finish button. So the next thing that we're going to do is install Visual Studio Code. It's basically an IDE that we are going to use. Click on download. Here, based on your system type, whether Windows, Linux, Mac, 64 bits, 32 bits, select an appropriate file and click on it. Then we'll click on the download button. It will download a Visual Studio Code. So now that we have downloaded Visual Studio Code, let's begin with installing it by double clicking on the exe file. So here we'll do I accept. Next. Location where we want to install it. I'll go with the default location selected. Next. Next. Select the appropriate options that you want. Create a desktop option, register code editor, add to a path and everything. And install. So now we have completed Visual Studio installation. We'll click on finish. It will launch the Visual Studio Code. Now that we have Visual Studio and Node installed, let's create a working directory. We can create that going to CMD, opening it. In my case, I already have it open, so I'll do it here. In D drive, I'll be doing mkdir and the directory name. This will create the directory in the D drive. So now we have created this basic GraphQL directory. We'll open it in Visual Studio Code. You can do so by going to open folder, selecting the drive, and you can open it. Right? I'll be creating one more subfolder into this, like learn GraphQL. Okay. We'll open the terminal, new terminal. The basic thing that we're going to do is create the package.json file. To do so, we will first go into the learn GraphQL folder using cd learn GraphQL. Then we'll give the command npm init. It will ask for some basic information like package name and everything. Just press enter for everything. Now we have a package.json in place. The next thing that we're going to do is install Babel. So what is Babel? So Babel is basically a transpiler that allows us to use the latest features in JavaScript, and what it does it transpiles them into ECMAScript 5 code. So we can use the latest features like fat functions, import, export, and even after that our application will work with the older versions of browsers. npmi npm install babel-cli. Apart from this, we'll also install preset environments that Babel requires. I'll explain about this as we proceed. Set env. Let's get it installed. So now we have Babel installed. We'll create .babel.rc file where we'll be setting this environment. So in babel.rc file, we'll be doing resets. And that env. So here the env preset specifies that it will convert, Babel will convert our code to ECMAScript 5. The other two presets with Babel are ES2015 and React. We'll install npm nodemon. So nodemon keeps an eye on changes in the file and restarts the node server. So it will be useful as and when we start creating the node server. So for that we'll do npm install nodemon. It will start installing my nodemon. So now we have completed installation of nodemon. So we'll start with some basic code. Before that, we'll be creating one more folder inside this src. Within that folder, we'll be creating an index.js file. Right? And in this, we'll be having a basic console.log hello world, anything. Console.log hello world. This is the basic thing that we do, right? When start learning anything new. Let's save it. So to run this via Babel and via use of nodemon, we'll do some settings in script. Start nodemon -exec babel -node and then file path src index.js. Wait, index.js. We'll save this and see if this runs. It should output hello world in the console. What we'll do is npm run start. So now we have hello world as an output. So we have completed setting up our environment using Node, Babel, nodemon, and Visual Studio Code. From the next chapter onwards, we'll try to understand certain queries or data types related to GraphQL. Bye, and thanks for joining, guys.